So guys, I am sitting in front of my hotel room right now, and as you can tell, it's very quiet. So we're about to head over to my cousin's house right now, and we're going to spend time as a family, and that's going to be really, really fun because I have not met my cousin Bill Thompson and his wife, so I know of them through just the family or hearing of them, or just seeing him on Facebook, seeing his Facebook posts. So like literally, I feel like I'm gonna go from being like a friend to like, hey, I know you now, or I met you. So that's going to be part of our afternoon. But before I head over, I just wanted to share with you guys, well, I had a quick moment to get away from the kids and the family. Right now, the kids are actually in the room and they're watching a show and they're relaxing and having some very much needed downtime because we literally had like a full night yesterday. Like, we did not get into our hotel room until 4 a.m., but the kids did such an amazing job. Like, they literally did not give me a headache by any stretch of the imagination. They were so good for me. Like, they didn't complain and they didn't cry and they didn't act out. And this is literally like their first ever long extended trip away from California. So I was pleasantly surprised by how well they did for this particular trip. And so they're relaxing right now. They're watching their little kid cartoons and just kicking back before we head out for the afternoon and we're gone for more activities. So this is literally going to be nonstop until we get back to California. So for now, I'm just glad that they're relaxing and doing their thing so I can do my vlog. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do try to keep these vlogs as short as possible because there's so much going on and literally we like all don't have time to sit here for like 20 minutes straight. So I really just wanted to share that you know, even though we're here and we're in Indiana and I'm going to be you know, putting my mom's body to her final resting place. And as sad as this is, it is also a very joyous time because I know where my mom is at. And I take great peace in that. And it gives me a peace of mind knowing where she's at and that she's with the Lord. And I find such great joy in knowing that my mom has two legs now that she can run and dance, and she has that physical freedom now to just like move and do things that she couldn't do in her physical body here on earth. And so she is running around in that heavenly freedom, and I am so happy for her that she's not in physical pain anymore or discomfort, and she's not just locked into this body that won't move for her or do the things that she used to could, that she wished that she could do. And so I want to let you guys know, like, I am doing fine. I am grieving in my own way, but because I know God and because I can just share my entire heart with Him, He is holding me and He is helping me and He is being my comforter right now. But I just wanted to encourage you because I don't know where we all are at in life and what's going on in each of your lives. I'm not in everyone's life in a very real and personal way. I am not in your home to know like what your struggle is or what you're dealing with. I don't know the different types of loss that you are struggling with. But I wanted to give you permission to know that we all grieve differently. Like, every one of us handles it in different ways. And I just want to give you permission to grieve in your own personal way. For me personally, because of where I'm at in my walk with God, I have a different approach to grieving, but that's my approach. And you know, for me, I am one to just sit quietly with the Lord, and when I'm sitting with Him in that, I allow the Lord to take my hand and to guide me through that grieving process and help me to process my grief in a positive way. But, that's for me. That's how I deal with it. Other times I stuff my grief in my stomach, or sometimes I stuff my grief in other ways within my physical body. And so then I will feel it, whether it's having an earache or a sore throat or, something else. My stomach will be really anxious, or I'll feel really nauseous, or sometimes I might just feel like I need to get away for a little bit and just take like a really long hot shower, which I did do this morning. I just sat in the shower and had that moment of just being quiet and being with the Lord. But sometimes, grief takes us in different stages, in different ways. And I want to just give you permission to take that very personal journey for yourself in the way that you can handle it, in the way that you're able to grieve. And so for you, if it's like, I'm just going to sit here and ugly cry and be depressed for days, I wholeheartedly give you permission. I'm talking to myself to say the same thing, to sit there and be like, I'm going to lay here for days and do nothing and just sit in my emotions and my grief and cry it all out. Like, it is so important to embrace, I feel, all of those emotions within us. Like, if it's fear or anxiety, or if it's not knowing what to do with your life, like, what do I do now? Like, sit with that thought. Okay, I'm here in this moment, and then work from that thought out and project out into your future. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life from this point forward. I don't know where I'm going. It's okay not to have like all of the answers to your questions. And I think that, God wants to answer those deep questions that are deep within our heart. But sometimes we're not always ready for the answer right in the moment we're asking them. Sometimes we're just wanting to ask. And so I give you permission to just ask all those questions. I give you permission to feel all those feelings. I give you permission to just have it out. Like, I have had my moments of, I am so at peace with this because I know where my mom is, and I know that she's at peace. I know that she is so happy. Like, her happiness does not even compare to the happiness that we have here. Like, her happiness there is 10 times better, and we can't find that kind of happiness here. So I know that my mom is happy. By the way, they're cleaning for the next room over. So I have had my times where I feel like I am sitting with my emotions, and then other moments I'm sitting quietly, and then at other times I'm asking really tough life questions that I don't have answers to right now, but that's okay, because that's not necessarily a question that needs to be answered today. It might even be a question that I don't need answered at all. It's just the fact that I want to ask the question to ask it. And sometimes the questions that we have, we will never get answers to, because they're just not the kind of questions that we really need to know, because it's really more of a God thing. Like, God answers us, but I think He answers the most important questions, the questions that we can actually do something with. So I'm going to come back to this one.